Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Normally I like to start off the video with the end result, but here we are today starting off with this mess. So I feel like since we've all been in quarantine, the only thing that I've done for my hair other than washing it and conditioning it is my roots, and I've only done that once and my poor hair feels it. So today I'm going to be showing you how to trim your hair at home the correct way. Trimming your hair is actually not difficult, and you can absolutely do it without botching your hair. You just have to understand a few things, and I've done a few hair trimming videos in the past at different lengths, but I do feel right now people are taking their hair into their own hands much more because of our current situation. So I figured that I would do my part and teach you how to do it the correct way. All right, so first of all, this is my hair just naturally air dried. So I'm just gonna quickly go over which steps I take before blowing out my hair so that I then can trim my hair. And the hair care part that I'm gonna be showing you, I do this every time that I shampoo my hair. And then I trim my hair, I wish I could say more often, but I trim it about every 2 to 3 months. And last time I got my hair cut was the last time that I had extensions put in by my friend Pedro, so I am definitely due. All right, so first step in my hair care, which I've shown you guys before, is I like to go in with Oleplex's number 6, and you're going to see the frizz mess that we start off with, and just the amount of shine, and I always feel like blonde just looks so much better. So you saw the teeny amount I got, just kind of run it through my fingers, and we can just start applying. You can see that as I apply it, I feel like the blonde just pops. It just instantly makes blonde shinier, and when blonde hair is shiny, it looks brighter. So I'd say my hair is about 95% dry now, so this is when I like to go in and do an easy blowout. All right, so I've gone ahead and blown out my hair. You can go over it with a straightening iron just to get it more sleek and straight. If you do have curlier to wave your hair, just because when you cut your hair, you want it to be as smooth as possible so that you can see what you're doing. So I've definitely been seeing a lot of these miracle trick haircut tutorials. One is where you put your hair in a very high ponytail and you just cut straight across, and you're supposed to let the hair down, and it's supposed to give you these beautiful flowy layers. Obviously a lot goes into doing a really good layered cut. So for today's video, what I'm going to teach you is to trim up the haircut you already have. So the first rule is if your hair is about here or longer, you can do it completely by yourself and just pull everything forward, and you can cut your hair that way. If your hair is anything kind of shorter than here or about collarbone length, you will need someone to help you with the back. So pulling all your hair back and telling the person that's going to be helping you if you want a blunt, like a straight across line, or if you want a little bit more roundness. And I definitely recommend sticking to the shape you already have. So if you already have rounded, continue with that shape. It's a lot easier working on a shape that's already there than rather to try and create a new shape. Say you want to cut off 2 inches or 1 inch. I would always say leave at least a 1/4 inch longer than you want your hair to end up with, because you're still going to go in and do the point cutting to make that haircut look expensive and look like a salon quality haircut. So because my hair is technically long enough for me to do myself, we are going to be doing that. So my current haircut is a blunt cut, slightly shorter in the back. So we are just going to continue on that slope. And the best way is to separate this whole side part in half. So kind of separating just a little bit behind the ears and grabbing this whole section and trying to keep it as parallel and without elevating. You want to keep it pretty straight as the hair would grow. Then once you have that locked in your fingers, you can trim that a little bit easier. Okay, so I'm going to do for that section, then let it go, see how it moves. If there is like a kind of blunt line, looks great. So then I'm going to take that front section now and do the same thing. Bring it down. Just clean up that line. Now another thing, it's very common for you to have one side of the head that is longer. For me, it forever will be this side. The side you sleep on the most, which generates more heat for a prolonged period of time. So those follicles get really happy and grow longer hair. So this is a great opportunity to kind of even it out if you'd like. So once we have that line pretty established, we're happy with the length, we are ready to go into the next step. And for anyone with shorter hair, you would be pulling it all back and you would have someone trim it up for you. All right, once we've established a shape, now we can go in and perfect it. Now, if you do have some layering, I have some soft layering just kind of done with a razor. As you can tell, I do have some shorter pieces. I'm just going to use scissors today and I'm just going to trim off the very ends of the hair, not at all creating a new shape. And you're just going to go vertically down the head, going all the way around. As you saw, I started in the back and I'm working my way forward, pulling that section out and doing the exact same thing. So basically what you're doing is just trimming up kind of those dead ends just to clean it up. As you can see, there's no lines. And by bringing your hair up this way to a 90-degree angle, when that hair falls, it's going to be a lot softer. So that's how you're going to prevent any straight across or just not good lines in the hair. So again, bring it out when you have about 1.5 inches or so left of the hair, then you can bring it forward to have kind of a better view of the hair and just go into it just by point cutting. And really you're just kind of getting into that first 1/4 inch of the hair. As you can see, it's not a blunt line, still looks really soft. And if you see an end bit that doesn't look happy, it's looking dry, just cut it off individually, but we want to keep that softness. As you can see, when the hair falls, it looks really healthy, but falls really evenly. You really don't have to do a lot for this step for it to be a big help to your overall hair health. And then doing my front pieces, which I consider my bangs because they are a little bit more disconnected from the rest of the hair. Same thing. And then doing the exact same thing to the other side. All right, once you are done with that step, there's only one more thing you need to do, and that is to just separate the top half of the hair. So now we're left with this bottom half. So what we're doing is grabbing similar sections as we did, but this time instead of elevating the hair, we are just going to bring it down as when you were creating that perimeter. And instead of coming down all the way down, we are going to leave a good 2 inches of hair so that we can go in and point cut. So going in and vertically slicing into the hair. And as you can see, we're not losing a ton. This is just to soften the haircut. Now, if you're someone that has a ton of hair and someone just helped you in the back and created a very blunt line, when the hair moves, it's not going to be pretty. So by doing this step here, it just creates a little bit more movement in the hair and a better flow. And this is the look that you get when you get your hair cut at a salon. And again, the trick is to leave off enough hair. If your fingers come down really low, you don't have a lot of room to come in and point cut. And then what you're doing there is just making the hair shorter. This step is not meant to make your hair appear shorter and once you're done. This is, once again, just to give it some movement and just make it fall a lot more naturally. So the more vertical you keep the scissors in with the hair, the less hair you're going to remove. Now if I start to angle the scissors, just imagine if I went in and chopped that, I would take that whole triangle off. It's not what we're looking to do. We're just going in as vertically as possible and snipping. As you can see, probably removed 1 to 2 hairs in that little snip. All right, so grabbing those ends, that already feels so much better. And we are all done. So as you can see, looks a little cleaner than when we started. And I'm all ready to style. All right, so I've gone ahead and curled my hair. I always like to do that after a haircut because I like to see how I typically wear my hair and how the curls are falling with this new haircut. Because I feel like styling your hair in the way you normally do is how you really see how much you like the haircut. All right, so we're gonna finish with the last step, the Oleplex Bonding Oil, the number 7. I'm just gonna put some on the tips of my fingers and run it through. And I feel like the hair just instantly falls better, but without making the hair ever feel heavy. I also have a recent video where I walk you through all of the steps from when I shampoo my hair, so my full hair care routine. I will go ahead and link that in the description box. I've also recently done a how to fix quarantine bangs. So if you've been chopping your hair, if you've made some mistakes, definitely check out that video. And the whole point of that video is that it's not too late. Even if you feel that you've cut too short of bangs or they look too blunt and you feel like your only option is to just let them grow, that is not the case. There's definitely some tricks there that can help you just soften what you already have. All right, guys, there you have it. A super easy, foolproof hair trim at home. I'll also leave the links to the awesome Olaplex products that I've used in today's video to make this hair a little bit more manageable. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope this has helped. Hope you're all doing well and staying healthy and safe. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.